Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wayne Gaming, and some of you me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Wayfinder. So yeah, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now up for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chaining, we're up, and let's go. Alright. Okay, he continues to talk while chewing. Normally I find that off-putting, but it's kind of cute since he's got a wolf maw. So you should listen out your window tonight. You'll be able to hear it. Hear what? Arkin seems excited now, and he has a childish smile. Nuh-uh, not telling. You'll love it, though, I promise. Arkin finishes his food just as I do. Then he gets up and grabs both plates and trays and brings them to the disposal area. Oh, okay. On his return, Arkin stands right next to me as I sip some of the bottled water I picked up. Arkin puts his arm around me and leans in close before I can react. A deep whisper in my ear sends shivers down my back and neck. Tonight, Finn, listen out your window at midnight. You'll hear us all. Only finders can hear through the glamorous veil. I feel myself blushing and almost choke on my water as he pats my head again and swiftly moves towards the exit. See you around, little guy. Suddenly he's off, leaving my cheeks red with nervousness. I see his tail swish as he walks out the door. The damned wolf. I finish up and decide to head to my last class for the day early. It's almost midnight. I'm lying in my bed because it has gotten too chilly sitting by the window, but I'm forcing myself to stay awake. I think back on the details of today, all the bits and pieces I've learned and the things I'll learn tomorrow. I'm a finder. Arkin, Geralf, and Bjorn are all wolf giants. They have elders, or at least an elder. The three of them are candidates, whatever that means. There are rites coming up tomorrow, and after this, they'll be able to let me in on what's really going on. Am I excited? Am I excited? Nervous? I don't know how to feel. I keep thinking about the three of them, though. Is my life really going to be centered around wolf giants now? I can barely figure out what I want for myself. How am I supposed to help them with whatever they need? I lift a hand up to rest on my forehead. The light of the near full moon is shining brightly through my window. I stare at the open window, wondering to myself about the intricacies of wolf giants and werewolves and humans, whatever else is out there beyond that wooden window frame. As I feel myself starting to doze off, I finally hear it. Quiet, or far away, a long note, crisp midnight air. No, not one, two notes in the same key. Then another note, and another. Long, angelic notes soar through the city and make their way into my open window. Finally, just before I doze off, I realize what I'm hearing as I remember the three wolf giants I've met. Those aren't notes. They're howls. I was dozing off, but suddenly I find myself climbing out of bed and moving over to the window. I put one slipper-clad foot through the window, then the other, and pull myself onto the fire escape into the chilly night air. Oof. Getting me chills. Linus hops out with me, meowing periodically along with the howling. The city view at night from here was okay, nothing to write home about. The howls, however? I listen intently, carefully. I try to hear the ones I want to hear out of the whole choir of voices. Arkin, Geralf, Bjorn. I notice the pitch of the other wolves' voices descend and hear a few voices become more pronounced. My tenor of voice that sounds so unlike any of the three wolves surprises me. I can't wait to figure out which one that belongs to. One of the voices is a deep bass, and the last one is a clear baritone. I know the voices are theirs. I can feel it. Is this what my power can do? Find things like this? Like at the library earlier? I decide to stop thinking about all that for now and just listen. After all, tomorrow I'll finally have some answers. Maybe then I'll be able to find my way. The path I've been looking for since I lost it years ago. Chapter 4. Answers. The gentle autumn breeze embraces me as I step out of my apartment onto the city streets. It helps as I breathe in to try to settle my nerves. It's finally time to get some damned answers. I should be excited, but all I can feel is anxiety. My stomach is in knots and my mind is all over the place. I take a deep breath and try to calm myself down. As I'm walking toward the mall a few blocks away, my phone rings and I reach to answer it without looking. Only one person in the whole world calls me like, ever. Hello, Mom. How are you? Finn, you didn't forget it, did you? Forget? Your father's birthday! I really could use your help. Mom, I didn't forget. You're the forgetful one. Dad's birthday isn't until tomorrow. She pauses for a moment, then I hear her clear her throat. Oh, yes. Of course. Right. Silly me. I roll my eyes and smile, pinching the bridge of my nose. At least she didn't try to argue about it like she has in the past. Still, I feel a little guilty for not being there. I can't help it right now. I wouldn't have forgotten, but I'm glad you called anyway. I didn't have the chance to call you last night, and I felt bad. Finn, it's okay to miss a day here and there. You have a life. You don't need to be bothered to call and check in every day. Space is important. I know she's right, but... Aside from being the kind of son who actually likes to talk to his mom, I still feel like I need a lifeline being so far removed from where I grew up, and these calls help me. Still, I know that's not the reason she's bringing it up. I can hear the sound of bottles being clinked together on her end. Well, then if that's true, tell me, are you keeping out of the liquor? She stumbles over her words a bit, and I hear the sound of a liquid spill as my mom curses to herself. Finn, please. I've only been drinking wine. It's not as bad for you. Excuse me? Wine drunk is still drunk, Mother. No. Water time. You need to take it easy. Preferably stop, but at least slow it down. For me. Please? I hear her sigh and the sound of what I assume is a rag, wet from the wine it's soaked up, plopping onto some surface. I take my turn to sigh, too. I know it's hard, Mom, I want to say. I want to reassure her it'll get easier with time, but she's heard it all before. Before I even get to try, she speaks up. I know I need to slow down. I know it's bad for me to be doing this to myself, but it's just hard right now, and with everything going on, and with you being away as long as you are between breaks, especially in the last few days. I know she's right. Again. I've been feeling it too lately. I decide not to be so hard on her. Mom, please. Just try to keep it to like 2 glasses a day. I'll smell it on your breath tomorrow if you don't. She grumbles. Well, anyway, what are you up to? Are you staying warm? It's getting cold out, Finn. Deflecting. How convenient. I choose not to confront this. Oh, I'm actually on my way to the gardening center to volunteer. I made a few new friends. They'll be helping me out for a bit today. I'll tell you all about them when I come over tomorrow. They're pretty, interesting. Oh, good, you've made friends. I was worried that you've had a hard time since you attended classes online for your freshman year, but it only took part of a semester. How about that? Oh, and that Tucker guy isn't still showing up drunk and hassling you, is he? I shudder. Thankfully, I managed to have the sense to call it off before things got worse, but yeah. Since the locksmith came out and changed the locks, he hasn't been able to use the spare I foolishly gave him. The other residents have actually been keeping an eye out to make sure he doesn't come into the building. He hasn't been around in about a week, and he's been bugging me on campus. Well, I don't want you to get arrested for fighting, but please remember, if you absolutely have to defend yourself, there's always that trick I showed you, Finn. Oh, I shouldn't say, but I do. I remember the trick, Mom. I'm sure Tucker's going to remember it for the next few days, too. Finn, you didn't! Did you? I'm at the mall now. Gotta go, Mom. Love you. She gives me a wailing laugh. I love you too, you crazy boy. Have fun now. We end the call as I walk through the sliding doors into the mall. Okay, time to get some answers. After arriving inside the mall, I decided to wait at the top of the escalators overlooking the basement level one on the ground floor as the 2 major entrances to the mall all lead here. I stand around watching for the sight of any of the 3 wolf giants, but after a few minutes I decided just to head up to the garden center. They might even have beaten me there. Either way, might as well go up to the garden center. They won't stand me up since I know they need me for something. As I head up to the next floor, I hear someone call out to me from above. Oh! Oh, Finn! Oh, Finn! We're up here, Finn! I look above me to see not only Bjorn, but Gerolf as well. Bjorn is waving to me enthusiastically, while Gerolf just raises a paw. He raises a paw hand in greeting, returns to crossing his arms. There you go. Water time. I wonder how Bjorn managed to track him down, but remembering our talk from the day before, I'm sure they had some method. Bjorn! Gerolf! If you're both here already, hopefully that means Arkin is as well. I approach them and we make our way across the pathway, toward the turning point into where the more quiet area of the mall is. I'm happy you agreed to come, Gerolf. I was worried you might not since it was a bit last minute. I didn't really get to ask you myself since I came up with the idea after meeting Bjorn when we split up yesterday, so sorry about that. I was practically dragged here, but I suppose I do owe it to you to answer some of your questions, do I not? I said I would after all, and I keep my word. I smile at this, He seems a bit grumpier than yesterday, but I suppose he must have found out last second about the meeting. His snarky small aura seems like quite the contrast to Bjorn's gentle giant vibes. Excuse me, let me get this voice correctly. Yeah, well, you were tough. You were a tough one to track down. Who knew I'd find you there? Who knew I'd find you there of all places? Gerald punches Bjorn in the arm, cutting him off. It didn't look too hard of a punch, but Bjorn, nearly twice as big in mass as Gerald, still rumps his arm afterward as if it hurt. Ow! What was that for? Finn! Gerald punched me! Oh, Bjorn, a gentle giant indeed. Gerald, please be nice. Bjorn only came to find you because I asked him to. Gerald scoffs and glares at me. His crystal blue eyes lock with mine, attempting to intimidate me, or maybe just showing me that he's not beneath me. When I don't look away or flinch, I notice him struggling to maintain his gaze and expression. Hey, Bjorn. Yes? I have this neat trick to show you sometime that may help you deal with guys who pick on you. Gerald, obviously understanding the hint, noticeably winces. He shakes his head and blinks a few times, ending our stare down. Oh, is it some kind of telepathy? Is that what you did? What? That's a real thing, too? Gerald sighs and continues walking on toward the garden center. I stop Bjorn by the arm and he turns toward me as I whisper. Seriously, Bjorn, what's his damage? Bjorn also speaks in a low voice. Oh, he was called out during the howl last night. Called out? For what? For hurting a group of humans unnecessarily. What? Was it because he threw Tucker into his Goonies? Those assholes deserved it. They would have hurt me unnecessarily besides. Yes, well, the elders unfortunately don't seem to agree that it was deserved. Well, deserved or not, it was pretty funny. If I meet these elders, I'll have to give them a piece of my mind. You'd probably be more likely to give them a heart attack instead. I chuckle and we move along, but I notice Gerald has stopped and is staring daggers at the two of us. His words thankfully not so sharp as his glare. Look at you. One more time. If you must talk about me, at least include me. Oof, we were caught. Sorry, Gerald. Bjorn runs ahead past Gerald as the silver-coated wolf holds his arms behind his back. Gerald averts his eyes but smiles as I approach. His acrolex sheds once more. You'd stick your neck out to defend me against those old codgers, Finn. Thank you, but please don't bother with it. I wasn't really scolded that badly, it just bothered me a bit. Well, you did it to defend me. I won't let your elders forget that. We share a look for a moment, and I see his eyes look me over as an expression I can't read crosses his face. Gerald rustles my hair a bit and walks on before I can protest, which at this point I'm starting to get accustomed to. Up ahead we see a wolf giant with a fluffy cream-colored tail waiting patiently with Bjorn. Arin! I thought you might be the last one here, but you were the first one instead. Hey, how did you guys know where the mall was anyway? I don't remember telling you now that I think about it. Oh god. Best not to question things like that, and we probably should not tarry outside in the area for too long. Is he looking at the lingerie store on the other side of the floor? Yes, I'm excited to see the flowers. Hey, Finn, you wouldn't happen to know the security guard who works nights here, would you? No? Why? Oh, nothing. It's nothing. Arin laughs and reaches out to pat my head. This time I duck under and ready my key to open the door. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, before I head off, I'm going to go ahead and give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank y'all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. And thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silvermoon. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. And thank you to our gold tier patron, Almer. Thanks for subbing to our ultimate tier. You're awesome. We love you. We hope you enjoy your new icon anyway. If y'all want to get your names in the credits and get access to our not safe for work content, it's as little as $5. Alrighty. I love you all, and I shall see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.